storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake...
Ah, so the fabled Sanbriquois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very colour of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance. A herb which grows along the North Reach. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. So I'm sure you'll have no trouble. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To north.
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me a bite once the dish is complete. Good morrow to you, my friend. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Seems the hideaway has lost its...
Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What, not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care? But here you are today.
Just... all right.
Oh, are you?
All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading...
And what? You believe it? You think I'm... Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could... But that woman is no more! And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a pug.
Of course. I spoke with Lady... that the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they, along with some other things, that and while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in... But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them?
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going... That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalamil, so that's where I'm going. I'll find some...
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but that's why you...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just...
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales.
No.
Well, not anymore.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're so...
But we didn't break them. We just...
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Middledore? And why would she...
Because that's the only way to become a ninja.
Miss Middledore said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together.
Well, then your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back which...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh... All right. Everything here was once... Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what... You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an...
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms...
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things?
Good thinking. You're on the... These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit.
What are the chains for? Holding the pan.
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in... This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledore's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to... make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel...
Not a bad idea. You see? So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales...
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it.
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. And then the arms hold the...
Very good.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledore's...
Her hairs.
Yeah. Hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the high...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledore and Miss Shirley.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though...
Hey, look!
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
We're all gonna die! You
heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or they dismantled them to see how they...
Oh, no, Mid will have...
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition room, to anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was... But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope.
Which explains her... She's working to give them a better life. And so...
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very...
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
It's like a dream before I start walking like we used to.
bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
You shouldn't be too hard to find, Goots.
The gentleman of the town guard is back.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll win. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords. And who will they all turn to keep? Why, the good Reaper her.
And you've seen this Reaper at...
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here, plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest. Feeling bold, traveller? Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think Nan's the
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but...
You too, Goots.
Finest sell swords in Storm.
Fuck! How the hell did they...
The gentleman of the town guard is back.
Mummy.
What a mess. Where do we... Very well.
It's over! The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with.
Mummy.
The gentleman of the town guard is back.
Where do we even start?
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on.
It was a fairly So,
That's up. Die a slow death, boys. He's on.
leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Stay down! Stay down!
Get him!
Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen. You weren't even supposed to be.
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction. But then you'd. Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty pig!
Stop and stop spreading them!
For they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Goose.
He's gonna kill... He said she had to pay...
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined that loathsome harpy's very existence as a crime. Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now. You need not pay for...
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't, or I'll kill you!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven. What was it we called you?
You. Everything that happened, it was all, and now you'll finally pay for...
Gooch, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle... So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should...
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his... So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day but he crossed a line dragging pub. He didn't hurt you,
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? But...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough...
Remind me never to cross you.
Nothing like a dish of cold...
I didn't mean to make... I just thought I had to...
Aye. Well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for you. Well, reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go look...
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again. And again. And you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for him. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back. Just like you did in Dalamil.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did you.
see that? Tell me you saw that.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Seen enough?
My lord Marquis, is that... It is you. Then you receive... I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your lord.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you could...
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's currents, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left store. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now... The gears of governance have ground to a halt. And without a steady, the realm threatens to drift into utter. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate.
That sounds like quite...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues.
Alas.
I have lost contact with... They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove...
So you want me to find... I'll need to know where they were.
One I sent to investigate the Republic. The other,
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose...
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your...
All yours, Torgal! Now, Torgal!
It's not going to be easy finding one. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your...
I already told...
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Nice try. I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican Army since...
You've seen this kind of thing before?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's. You sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison, his men confiscated my effects.
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so...
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading... you won't mind if I borrow one?
Not at all. No. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his track. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the other, they've already relieved me.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent...
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford.
Of the Seven High House. It's been... How long? Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to... I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some village...
Bandits.
They looked more like... It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I...
Thank you. I shall.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. Then maybe...
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to...
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the...
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send up. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just...
Rockford, if you are to continue, you first need to seek...
I shall return to North, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in peace.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
the meadows, then.
Quiet. This might take a while. Said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did.
And what?
Bluebell.
Let's... And here we have it. Fried Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice?
So, not.
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent rich... It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation.
I think he...
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was...
decent. It's remarkable. And I'd have... Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback...
I'll give it some... Did you see the pair that got hauled into time? We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
It's over. It's over.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners. Very well.
Finished.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. It's only a week.
I'll go.
Thank you. They must not reach.
Rest well, son. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor?
His wound.
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. I was there! In Cosnis when you killed my brothers! I was there in Rosalith when you killed
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath?
My oath?
I know how hard they are to keep.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have relieved that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after...
Luda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave. Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us! We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity!
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you. So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Here, take a look at my wares. Come again.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to... Is that blade for...
Figurative.
What, a passing caravan? Dread Evis are aggressive beasts.
How do you want to sell?
Eventually. Dread, bring...
All right.
Of course, leave... I eagerly await your safe and above...
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals scratch.
finally. And no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant.
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most in my heyday. No obstacle could have kept me from the answers I seek lying. Just would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my
Climb the stair.
And memorize a few inscriptions. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north. I'm here, in namely...
I can't
remember.
How are those new boots treating you?
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Scholarly sort.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
How it was.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamir.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you, madam?
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It does indeed.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair, considering their...
Oh, what that I could have seen. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place? Let's...
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure they'll...
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far? The engraving to the...
Voyages of the Ashen Ocean.
Seafarers?
I'm growing less certain. Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone, or...
No doubt you're right. This is proving...
Sure, that's...
And 3 in guard.
And 2 men.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
Let's go. Enough of you, are there? Time to fight. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your hide.
I want... Oh, as supple as a maid. Clearly. Join me.
I don't...
Do not allow me to...
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril. Seem very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
A free cities and a sea?
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Then let us be rid of them.
To me, boy!
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to...
I suppose...
The Blight Mothers just abandoned us would have sent, but now...
I do. Eastpool...
And I know. I've already... And I dare...
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have